Good evening and welcome to Thermo Today, your go-to source for all science behind the heat. I'm Adi Patange and today we're going to be diving into the world of thermochemistry. Today joining us will be Dr. Midgelin and Dr. Diana, thermochemistry experts. Please help me welcome Dr. Diana and Dr. Midgelin.
Thank you.
It's great to be here to talk about the fascinating ways energy moves and transforms around us.
Let's start with kinetic versus potential energy. Kinetic energy is an energy of motion, like a car speeding down a highway or a soccer ball flying in the air. Meanwhile, potential energy is stored energy, such as a stretched rubber band or water behind a dam. Dr. Midgelin, could you please explain how these relate to the laws of conservation of energy?
Absolutely. The law of conservation of energy tells that the energy can't be created nor destroyed, it just changes forms. So when the dam opens, the potential energy of the water converts into kinetic energy as it rushes down river.
Fascinating. Now let's talk about endothermic versus exothermic reactions.
Great topic. Exothermic reactions release heat. Think of a campfire warming your hands or fireworks exploding. On the other hand, endothermic reactions absorb heat. Melting ice cubes or boiling water are good examples.
And by looking at these reaction pathways, we can see that exothermic reactions, heat is flowing out of the system, making the products have lower energy. But in endothermic reactions, heat is being absorbed, increasing the energy of the products.
Exactly. And that brings us to heating and cooling curves. These help us understand how substances change state. When a substance undergoes a phase change like melting or boiling, the temperature stays constant, even though the energy is still being added or being removed.
That's a key concept. And speaking of phase changes, now let's talk about phase change diagrams.
Yes, phase change diagrams show how temperature and pressure affect states of matter. One of the most interesting points is the critical point, where a substance can exist as both a liquid and a gas simultaneously, a fascinating state of matter.
That's incredible. Now let's talk about one more topic, calorimetry. Can you please break it down for us?
Sure. Calorimetry is the study of heat transfer. We use the formula Q equals m times C times delta T, where Q is the heat energy, m is the mass, and C is the specific heat. Delta T is nothing but the change in temperature or temperature change during the reaction. This allows us to calculate how much energy is involved in different reactions, like heating water in a coffee maker or cooling down a hot drink.
That's a great practical application. Well, Dr. Midgelin, Dr. Diana, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Our pleasure.
Always happy to share the science behind the heat.
And that's all for tonight's segment on Thermo Today, where science is heating up.